Hey, Jack Squad, how's everybody doing? I'm glad to be able to talk to you guys today. Um, Before we get started, make sure you drop down in the description box and like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hey, Jack Squad. So let me tell y'all something. I was down bad last week. I was down bad. It was all I could do to just go downstairs and go to work, right? So y'all know I had got some teeth, my wisdom teeth and stuff pulled, right? Well, my gums were still hurting. So I went back to the dentist. My mouth was hurting so bad last week. Went back to the dentist. I got to get some more teeth pulled in the back. So I was mad because I was like, why y'all didn't pull them at once? Well, when I initially went, it was just before pre-COVID. When COVID came, I didn't go. I had the referral. I didn't go because, it was COVID. I was like, yeah, ain't nobody open. Ain't nobody doing nothing right. Well, once they started hurting, a year had passed, and they just gave me the referral. I thought I had went back in and got x-rays, but I didn't. So the x-rays that I had initially is what the oral surgeon went off of. So when I asked the dentist, I said, well, why y'all didn't pull them, have him pull them all? He said, because we thought we were going to be able to fix it. Now, let me tell y'all something. I ain't never had cavities and stuff till now, so I didn't fully understand, right? So hopefully they'll call me this week. My insurance will be approved. I'll get the referral, and I'll get them out hopefully next week, right? I want this to be over with, y'all. Do y'all know I felt like just saying, take all the teeth out. Just get them all out. It was hurting that bad. And Friday, when I went to the dentist, so they had to give me some more antibiotics because that's what they give you to stop the pain. They don't give you pain pills, which I don't want pain pills anyway. But I just want the pain to stop. I don't care what you have to do. So I did that. And so I'm taking those. And it's okay. I could still feel it, but it's not like it was. It was like waking me up Friday morning. It woke me out of my sleep all through the night. I couldn't go to work Friday, even though I had the dentist appointment, but I couldn't even go to work because I was like, I can't talk because there's one tooth in the back that's left back there by itself. All the air was getting in, and that's where the big cavity was at. Child. So I know, let me say this. I appreciate all the well wishes. I know, I thought, I wasn't sick. I didn't feel good. I just did not feel good, right? And I couldn't come on here with the right kind of energy. You know what I mean? Because I said, well, Friday I'll do the live. I'll get the antibiotics in me. But I just felt so tired because I hadn't rested. I felt so tired that I couldn't do it. So the live will still go on. I don't know when, because now I got to see, probably next week I'll be getting my teeth out. So I got to see how I feel. Next weekend, this weekend I'm going out of town, and I may do a live. I don't know. But so that's what was going on with your girl. I got to get these teeth. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing worse. I done had 3 kids naturally. Ain't nothing worse than that throbbing. And then, since it's the back teeth, right? It's like my jawbone. Every time I move my jaw, I talk for a living. Every time I move my jaw, it's like my jaw was just throbbing with pain. It's horrible. But anyway, we're going to work it out. And so I'm happy to be able to talk to you guys. Today, what else I need to say before I get started? Oh, my subscribers. Hold up. So my subscribers, I know who they are. So let me tell y'all, after the last video I did and I shouted out some of my cousins, honey, one of my cousins, she either emailed me, texted me, or did something and said, listen. And she right, but I don't always see her comments, right? And so she told me why I don't see her comments is because she watch it from her TV, right? Honey, she checked me and said, hold up now. Me and my friends, I have a whole watch party when you do live. I was like, oh, cuz. And this is another one of my first cousins, right? My mom had a lot of sisters, so I got a lot of first cousins, right? And so I want to shout out her and her sister. And I don't know what name she goes by on YouTube, how she has it. But my cousins, they know who they are. Quetta and her sister. Now, this is Quetta with a Q. And her sister, Kiki. They have been down with me from the beginning. Like I said, these are my first cousins. Our mamas and sisters. And I'm like the oldest. I'm the oldest of the grandchildren, right? And so these are my cousins. I love them. I appreciate the support. Now, my other subscriber that I'm going to mention today is my sister-in-law. And she's going to always be my sister-in-law forever, ever, ever, ever. And that is Charmaine. I don't know how she has it on there. Cause I just got Charmaine. I think she just got Charmaine on her when she made a comment on YouTube. But, you know, I had to shout out my peoples. I love all of my subscribers. I really thank you. But, you know, it's people that's been with me. They're going to be with me when it's over. And I don't want to leave them out. You know what I'm saying? Because my cousin Show text me and check me like, hold up now. Hold up. I have a whole watch party. So this is to my cousins and my sister-in-law. That's Quetta with a Q, Kiki, and Charmaine. So anyway, y'all, we're going to get right to it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a little late, y'all know, because my mouth was hurting. So when I watch, you know, psychology, human behavior always amazes me, right? So as I'm watching, so today we're going to talk about 2 of my reality shows that I like. And quite frankly, I wish they recast them all, but I still watch them. I still like them. Is Basketball Wives, and then I'm going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Right? Yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, like I figured, you know, I like the way a lot of these reality shows are just giving us enough to let us know, hey, we still here because of COVID. So, you know, they're doing minimal episodes, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, like Love and Hip Hop Reunion. They're doing about 5 episodes. I think tonight is the last episode. So, you know, I like that. Or they're combining, you know, Mona Scott's combining all her people into one. I see Black Ink started one. They're combining all the Black Ink. So I like that. That just keep the viewers updated and interested with so when the world do come back together. So I like that idea, right? But anyway, I figured the whole season would be about OG. I didn't know the season was going to be so short, but because this week's is going to be the last episode. But let me tell y'all something. Now, for all the people who was on my in my comments saying what's wrong with OG and you ugly just like OG, or if she ugly, you ugly, and all that kind of stuff, right? OG has a bad spirit. Her attitude is funky, flat out. You know, and I was raised, if you act ugly, you look ugly, right? And how you feel is what you project, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told y'all before, what OG's problem is. And she, instead of blaming everybody, she need to focus on her, get her fixed, right? She's got some insecurities from way back, and these ladies can't help them. These ladies that she on the show with, they can't help her with that. She got some stuff deep down in her that's going on. Now, are they mean girls? Yes, they are. Did they say a monkey or whatever? That's, people always say that. You know, I just don't believe that they're racist shit. They all got black men. I just don't believe that. Now, if there's something going on I didn't see, okay. But don't nail me to the cross. I'm just saying what my opinion is based on OG's behavior. If there's a problem, anything in life, if there's a problem, what's the resolve? Okay, we got the problem. You done told us, OG. We colorist, she named everybody. Jackie was in shock, and I said, it's a good thing that this week's episode will be the last one because her and Jackie were going to get into it. You know, Jackie can only, her temperature go up. It's going to go up, right? Jackie can't fight, but she's going to make you want to fight her. So, OG, I got my notes, y'all. I have a lot to say because that bothered me. You know, as I'm watching it, and everybody's like catering to her, like, what did I do? And maybe, let's just say for the sake of TV, it's fake. Maybe it's fake. Maybe she know that it's fake, right? But tell them what they did specifically. Tell them. You know, maybe the apologies are not sincere, but at least tell them what they did, right? And that's what she has failed to do. Now, she did say the one girl, Phoebe, that was not even been on there, called her a monkey. Okay. But, you know, specifically they're asking Jen asked, Malaysia asked, Kristen asked. Now, mind you, these is all chocolate girls, right? Now, the people that she really has an issue with, I think, is Evelyn and Shani. They ain't gonna never talk to her. They not gonna get into it. Because Evelyn thinks she's just as important as Shani. They're best friends. So she feel like she ain't got to talk to her, right? And they don't need to talk to her. Now, I'm going to say this. Evelyn has been the most violent, I think, on any reality show. Does she fear OG? I believe she does. And I know that I believe that she know she can't come to OG the way she was coming to the mother girls. Because Tammy checked that. You know, did Tammy the same way. And Tammy just light as them, right? So I don't really particularly think it's a colorist thing. I think it's a mean girl light skin. It may be a light skin over dark. I just don't think that though. You know, it could be. I just don't think that because her and Tammy was into it the worst. The worst, right? So anyway, let me see what my notes say, y'all. Let me see what my notes say because I don't want to leave nothing out. Yeah, OG is angry with everyone. Okay, yeah, that's it. So she has shifted the whole energy in the house. And I'm trying to figure out, as smart as she thinks she is, why don't she realize that you done fucked up the energy in the house? Why don't you know that, right? And you know the sisters, I don't know their name, but the two sisters, they are really trying to be sincere, like, what's going on? She don't even want you to ask her what's going on. She told them don't ask her. Just so nasty. So all you OG supporters, watch the show and you'll see what everybody else see. Watch the show. Her attitude is ugly. Her attitude is ugly. Her energy is off. Very off. She just sucked the life out of the house. She has sucked the life out of the house. Okay? So all you OG supporters, write her. Quit coming in my comments talking about what I'm talking about and talk to her and tell her to get it together. See, listen, you have to be a friend to get a friend. You got to be friendly if you want friendly in reciprocation. You get it don't just go one way. Right? And I understand that she's hurt, but I think her hurt is misplaced and I think it's deeper than that show. That's what I think. I understand childhood trauma. I understand. Look, I'm a black girl too. I'm a black girl with big nose, big lips. I got called all kind of names, but I know who I am. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what you say about me, right? People have said some comments, you know, since I've been talking about OG. I don't care. I am confident in who I am, period. Right? And that's the place that OG has to get to in her life. You know, because as dark-skinned women, we do get talked about. We do get names called, and the go-to name is Monkey. I let that shit roll right. I don't care. I don't care because it's a man somewhere that like me, just like I'm at. It's a man or two or three or four, right? And my friends and family love me. I don't care what strangers say. I don't care what nobody say. As long as they don't say it to my face. Right? So I don't care. So, you know, OG has to get to that place. And see, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I understand what it feels like. I grew up in the 60s and 70s when dark was not in. It was not in. I totally get it. Me and my girlfriends as young girls would have this conversation. I never forget in junior high, we always had this conversation. Because when we was in junior high and high school, the boys all liked the light-skinned girl. She could have been ugly as a monster. She could look like a monster. As long as she was light-skinned, they liked her. That's the reality of the situation. Now, OG is younger than me, and then maybe she hasn't experienced that much life, but she's going to have to get to her place of confidence. As confident as she tries to appear to be, she got to really feel that within the inside. That's what she needs to do. She got to be confident within herself and love her for the way that she is. Because that chip she carrying around on both shoulders, you don't have no friend. I don't believe she have no friends outside of I don't believe she have any friends. I just don't believe. I believe she's angry everywhere she goes. She wants to be in charge of the girls. She wants to be the one that she wants to be the only one that talk. Now, she don't want nobody to talk about her. But when the girls are sitting around the table talking, they couldn't ask her no questions. But she was insinuating things about them, you know, and Phoebe's man and all this stuff. Like, you know, you can't have it both ways. You can't be two-sided, OG. You can't. You know, so OG followers, before you get in my comments talking about we look alike and all that, and whatever you're going to say, pay attention to her. Write her and tell her how to get herself together. Because I'm confident in me. I'm confident. Very confident, right? And I'm a dark-skinned girl. Always will be. And that's just something she's got to get used to. You know, now, if there were colorist statements made, I don't know. I just don't believe it, right? But I want her to get... So, the place I want OG to be at is... Let's say somebody do call you black ass. You know, my name is Jackie, right? Some people call me Black Jack, okay? That don't faze me. You know what I'm saying? It go together, right? She has to get to a place of loving herself. And I don't care what she says. She does not love herself. No, she don't. No, she don't. Because if she did, that shit would roll off her shoulder. She would, and you know, it wouldn't be a big deal. And when someone comes to you with the situation, let's resolve it. You don't have no resolve. That's because you want to stay angry. I've been in that space before too, that I want to stay angry. That's why I try not to get angry, because once you are angry, it feels good. I know that sounds crazy, but once you're angry, it feels good for me, and I like it. And then I get in, I wish a motherfucker would mode. And that's what OG's in. She's in the I wish a nigga would. Now, the girl said, this one sister asked her a little really simple question. And then OG got to go toe-to-toe. And OJ says she hasn't put her hands on anybody. No, she hasn't. But the words she said are so aggressive. You know, she's so aggressive with her wording. Not necessarily her tone. It's what she says. And I can't remember what she said to the girl. I was like, dang, OG. Right? Like, oh, you better be afraid. You know, she's very threatening. I don't care what nobody say. Yes, Evelyn did all that, but is somebody really scared of Evelyn? No. It's the tone and the way that OG says what she says that could be frightening. It could be frightening, especially if you're not a fighter. You know what I mean? And she has to take ownership of that. You know, nobody wants to be around angry girl. I had a friend like that when I was growing up. She was just like that. I ain't gonna even say her name because people gonna know, but her name was similar like my name. So people call her Black such and such, right? That's what we call her. And she was always aggressive. Couldn't take her nowhere. She gonna get into a fight. And if ain't nobody to fight where we at, she gonna start fighting one of us, you know. Nobody likes to be around that person. You got to be good within yourself. That's it. You got to be good within yourself. So anyway, like I said, everybody's trying to appease her, and she wants no parts of it, right? She wants no parts of it. So now the ladies have decided to leave the house. So first, Evelyn. See, let me tell y'all something. I knew. Shani didn't talk to her. Shani made up an excuse to leave. Shani is the throw the rock, hide your head. So you put all these people together. It's your show. You put them all together and say, I don't want to be here no more, right? So, of course, Evelyn leave because you her shield, right? So now that has spread to the next house. They ain't even all in that house. But the energy is so bad where the house that OG and Jackie them in, and Jackie keeps trying to just make it upbeat and pleasant. Girlfriend don't want no parts of it. She don't want no parts of it, right? So, I see on the previews, now I think they come on tomorrow, Wednesday. I think tomorrow, Wednesday, one of them days, that they going to leave. But then they also come back. I think they come back, it looks like. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you know, she sucked the life out of that house. And I wonder, you know, when I be watching these reality shows, I wonder, do the people watch themselves back? Like, it would be a great learning tool. Like, even when I talk to y'all in my videos, I watch them back. Like, do you watch yourself? Do you hear what you're saying? Do you see what you're looking like? Like, that's very important for growth. If you ever want to grow and evolve, you have to improve on yourself, right? So OG people, help her improve on herself. Don't attack me by what I'm saying and my perception of what I'm seeing. It's my perception, right? Of what I'm seeing. That's all. Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing I think is wrong. This is what I think is wrong, too. I've been this person when I was little. She didn't fit in. You know, and it's okay. See, this is the thing. Just like, okay, I'm single. So I talk to guys, I was dating before Corona. If I didn't like you or you didn't like me, it's okay. That's okay. They don't mean nothing wrong with you. They don't mean nothing wrong with me. We just didn't mesh. So sometimes you get around some friend groups, you don't fit in. I've been in that situation. You just don't fit in. It don't mean nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with you. You just, the chemistry's that's not there. And chemistry goes amongst friends and people of the same sex as well. It just don't fit in. And I think that's what happened. She never fit in, and she never sought to fit in. But what happens with new girls on reality shows, I see it a lot, is when they get there, they go too hard. They just go, instead of sitting back, observing the situation, and let's see how I can fit in here. Let's learn some things. Let's watch the people. You know what I mean? In order to get along with anybody, you got to watch them, right? When you new on the set, you don't just run off at the mouth. Be cool. Fall back, right? And that's what's wrong. She didn't fit in. They didn't accept her. And maybe everywhere she goes, they accept her because she's the girl football player. I don't know. But sometimes you just don't fit in. That's it. You just don't fit in. And, you know, to make it a thing when it's not a thing, I'm still saying it's not a thing. It's a thing to her. So it's a thing to her. That's how she's perceiving it. That's her reality. But it's really not a thing. It's not a thing. It's really not a thing. Yeah, so like I said, it's not a thing. And I want OG to get herself together. You know, learn to love herself. See, let me tell y'all something. If you don't love you, if you don't learn to love you and love yourself, you'll never be able to love nobody else. Never. 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 You know, all that comes from within, right? So, OG, get it together. Now, next, y'all, we're going to talk about love marriage hospital. Now, let me tell y'all something. This did exactly what I thought it was going to do, right? I ain't going to even talk about nobody else. At the beginning, I will talk about this. Marceau was telling Tisha, which I get it. And Tisha's, her mind is so small that she can't process a lot of things the way we process it. But he told her, if you went there for resolve, y'all was on a retreat, and then when the lady tell you what she thought was the problem, and you say bullshit. Now, I felt the same way Tisha felt. I felt it was bullshit too. But for the sake of getting along, I might not have said it in that way. Because the real issue is, Melanie kept saying, and she said it that day, she knows stuff about her husband. So if you know stuff about my husband, then tell me what it is. Quit playing with it and tell it. I get Tisha. But Tisha said, I call bullshit. So Marceau was saying, maybe you shouldn't have said that, because that disrupted the whole energy. See, once again, y'all, some people are energy shifters. And I don't like to be around energy shifters, not when it's for the bad. I just don't. You know, Debbie Downers, people everywhere you go, they leaving a cloud of bullshit behind them like her mama. And Tisha, don't be careful. She's doing the same thing. You know, everywhere you go, you leaving the darkness. You should not want to be that person. You know, you bring the sun, bring the light with you when you come. But I don't even want to talk about Tisha this week. I want to talk about Melanie and Martell. Now, let me tell you, as a woman who's been cheated on and been scorned and been angry, Melanie wants no parts of Martell. From her perspective, from her point of view, I doubt very seriously if there's in her mind, she's like, well, we're going to get back together one day. I doubt it. When a woman has, the way most women are, they will take a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. But once they're finished, right? And she's finished. And I don't know if Martell understands. See, the more I watch Martell, the more I realize he's not as mature. He's not as bright as he appears to be. That what makes me think that even though he was the man and he was the muscle, Melanie was the brain behind that operation. Because he don't process well either. And, you know, Melanie had a conversation with his mom, and the mom was basically saying, okay, this is my grandbaby too, so he going to be there. I get it. That's probably something I would say too. But I also understand how Melanie feels, because Melanie wants y'all to not have no parts. That's an innocent little baby though, right? And a lot of times, because I know women like this, once they have broken up the relationship, they think it's a win. It's a check in the win column for them. Now, if I was the girl who had his baby, the side piece, and after watching, if she didn't know no other episode, after watching this last episode, I wouldn't want no parts of him, because she could never have his heart. She will never have his heart. Another woman may come along and get it, but she won't get it. You know why? Because she is going to be identified in his mind, subconsciously or consciously. She's the reason why he lost his marriage. Even though it was his fault, he was the one married, he's going to always blame that on her. So she'll never have him. She'll never have him, no more than what she has now. She'll never have him, and his heart will never be with her. I can guarantee you that, right? And so what Martell is doing now is running around everywhere trying to get help. Trying to get advice, right? Maurice, bless his heart, Maurice and Kimmy are such neutral Nellies. They're so neutral and loving. Maurice said, if you want her, fight for her. He keeps saying that. But he also explained, which I don't think Maurice understands, is that when him and his wife were going through it, there was nothing left. Martell still wants Melody. Melody doesn't want him. She doesn't want him. And when I saw her few weeks back, dropped that one little tear down, I believe at that moment she realized who she married. Because sometimes you don't know who you with till they do something and the light bulb go off like, bam. You know what I mean? And I believe that was the tear, because you'd have had 4 kids, you'd have built a life, a nice life, and this nigga's an idiot. He's a lying, narcissistic idiot. And she felt it at that moment and said, damn, right? And now she's had time to process. She don't want him. There's nothing he can do. And they can't even be friends at this point, because he won't own up to the fact that he cheated. He keeps saying she cheated and she didn't do what I wanted her to do. So in his mind, he's justified in going and having a side piece because Mel wasn't doing what she was supposed to do for him sexually. So he feels justified. He feels vindicated in that. And that's the way he feels. That lets me know that he's an idiot, right? Because you can't have, listen, you can't have part of the woman and then a part of another woman. That don't make a whole. That don't create a whole. That creates a divide, right? And Melanie, so this is what I feel. Before you got married, y'all in love and all that, I don't even know how you get to the love part if they're not doing what you need them to do sexually. All of that is something that needs to be discussed prior to. The do's and the don'ts, the wills and the won'ts, right? You married her knowing that it was something that she didn't do that you needed done. Okay? Now you blaming her because she didn't do it. And then he thought, I said, oh, he's so dumb. He said, well, at least I was with one and not with 20 different women. Huh? And, she's sitting there looking at him, and I could see in her eyes the heat rising, right? And, the couple, nice looking couple, they've been together, I think they said 26 years, and he had cheated before, they stuck it out, and whatever you do, Most women, I think, when they've been with a man a long time, he done cheated in the beginning. I just think that, right? I used to think, like, all men don't cheat. I kind of think they all do. And it depends on the maturity level. Like, if you get them in their 50s and something, maybe they over that. But if you've been with them since they was in their 20s, they gonna cheat. That don't mean they don't love you. They just don't know how to love you. But anyway, they were sitting there, and the woman was really trying to, do y'all love each other? Do y'all like each other? Do y'all want to be together? Melanie said no. He was quiet, and right then his ego got bruised. Because Melanie don't want him. He's realizing Melanie don't want him, but he's listening to all his friends say, fight, fight, fight. She don't want you. She don't want you. She don't want you, Martell. She don't want you. You know what I mean? So they were talking, and then it turned into a heated argument, and then she threw that glass at him, and I felt her because you want to keep blaming me. You have humiliated me. You have hurt me. You've had a baby. See, they can never go back because it's the baby. I've had guy friends who've had babies on the side with their wife. It never gets right. It never gets right. Right? Now, I commend some folks who the man have a side baby, but, I had a friend who had a side baby early on in his marriage, real, real early. Matter of fact, the side baby was older than his actual daughter that he had with the wife. And he was not allowed to have any contact. He paid the child support, but he was not allowed to have any contact. And the wife didn't go for that, right? And then they did divorce after 27 years. The daughter died. They had a daughter that died in a car accident. And so he said he would never leave her because of that reason. Well, years down the line, he was cheating all the time. Because the wife, this is just what I know. This is just an episode that I know. The wife was not doing things sexually that he wanted done. Men are hunters. And if this is your husband, you have to take concession to that. You have to concede to some things, right? And if they don't get it, they're not going to say, oh, I don't want it no more. They're going to go seek it. So I don't understand these women that say, I'm not going to do X, Y, Z and still think you're going to hold on to them by yourself. There's going to be a couple of y'all holding on to it, right? So anyway, she threw that bottle, and she was angry, ready to fight. And see, when she walked up, he said, "Oh, Dad, you going to the club?" You know what I never understood? We ain't together, so I can do whatever I want to do, dress like I want to dress, be whoever I want to be, right? You don't have no comments to that, sir. I had a girlfriend tell me today she went out. She was looking real cute. I see the picture. She was real cute. The boyfriend got upset. Like, you want me to be ugly when I leave the house? Like, I don't get that concept. Like, I'm going to put my best foot forward when I go out into the world. Simple. You know what I mean? I was just watching a show when I was at work. She put on some lipstick just because she wanted to feel like a woman. She sit in the house all the time. She put on some lipstick and played in the mirror. He came home from work and didn't like that. Like, guys, come on. We're women. This is what we want to look good. We want to look good for ourselves, number one. So, that's not going to... That situation with Martell and Melanie, I hope they could come out of it being, what you call that? Co-op? What is it called? Co-parents? Well, if they could be co-parents. Because he's never going to get her back. And now Melanie And what's her name? Kimmy was trying to get it out of her. She said, I see you've been, are you dating? And she looked at her. She really gave her the none of your business look. Like, I'm not going to say, and I guess she's not going to say because she is married and they are going through a divorce. So she looked at her and then she said, well, come on, tell me. And she shook her head. And then she said, I'm open to dating, but I don't want to be in a relationship right now. You know, so somebody going to have Melanie, especially if she hanging out with the Atlanta girls. Somebody going to have her. Somebody going to have her. And Martell's going to feel real stupid because he's going downhill for him right now. Financially, business-wise. You trying to fight with somebody don't want you. Now you got the side piece. Y'all was all side pieced up. Now you don't want her. You don't want her. Very rarely do the side piece end up the main line. So ladies, take note. Very rarely. I know of an episode. I don't know how they doing now, but very rarely does that happen, right? So anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm feeling better this week. I got my antibiotics in me. I got to get the teeth pulled, y'all. I'm going to sleep again. You know, got to get somebody to take me. But anyway, y'all, don't forget that Black Lives Still Matter. Let me tell y'all something so disturbing, right? This is off topic. You know, I'm from Cleveland, and Cleveland was so violent towards women this past weekend. We say Black Lives Matter, but black on black crime is something different. I get that. I know that. But it all encompasses. We all need to love on each other, right? And the violence towards black women in Cleveland is at an all-time high. And when I tell people that, like my friends down here or my friends in other cities, you know, about the violence, they don't believe what I'm saying. But it's so in my mind and in people's mind that live in Cleveland, we have gotten so used to this that we used to it. It's not nothing big. And now that I'm here and in a peaceful state and I talk to other friends in other places, everybody's relatively peaceful. Yes, there's going to be crime everywhere, but Cleveland's at an all-time high. Very bad. And women and kids are not, they're included, right? And they're leaving them on the side of the road. And, you know, it's just bad. And I don't know what has happened that you want to kill a woman, you want to shoot her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's bad. It's bad. And, you know, we had some horrific things happen over the weekend in Cleveland. And some women were hurt, you know. So we got to do better, y'all. But anyway, Black Lives Still Matter. Get your shot. I ain't get one, but I want all y'all to get the shot so I can come outside. Everybody get the shot so we can end this thing and live our life, okay? So anyway, now I'm going to see if my thing works. Y'all know I didn't go get no battery, right? Because I just didn't have the energy for it. So we'll see if it works. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for being part of the Jack Squad. Thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. And everybody have a good night. Be safe. Nope, not going to work. That's what I thought. So bye-bye.